Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New Flame Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew, here with the first ever podcast here, the NFL special. In the next 30 to 40 minutes, we will be giving you our takes on this upcoming NFL season, which starts tonight with the Chiefs at Texans. I am here with my two other co-hosts, Kareem and Dean, who will also give their predictions. And let's get into the predictions. But first, a little bit about myself. I love sports. Sports are my life, and I'm a huge Dolphins and Yankees fan. And I decided to make this because instead of just having a discussion with my dad for 20 minutes every other day heading to baseball practice, I am hoping to this reach a much larger audience and that people will interact with us and let's heading into these predictions, starting with the division winners. Starting with the AFC, I have the Buffalo Bills winning the AFC East at 11-5. They are a really solid team this year with Josh Allen, who has one of the best arms in the league, up there with Mahomes. Devin Singletary, if they're hoping that he can go off this season, which, if he does, that's going to be a big part of their offense. Obviously, they got Stephon Diggs in that trade with the Vikings, which was huge. Their defense is going to do what Buffalo does, which is really solid. With Tre'Davious White and Ed Oliver. So the Bills are a really solid team at 11-5 this year. In the AFC South, I have the Houston Texans at 9-7. I think they're going to lose tonight, which for their first loss of the season. But obviously they lost DeAndre Hopkins. That was huge. They still have Deshaun Watson. They still have J.J. Watt. They still have Kenny Stills. I mean, he's not the greatest of receivers, but he's gonna go into that number 1 or number 2 spot. The Texans, I mean, they're gonna win that division because of the lack of talent in the other 3 teams. I think they're gonna just go like 5-1 within the division. So yeah. AFC West, I have the Chiefs at 13-3. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, just go on and on about the Chiefs. But yeah, 13-3. Pretty easy schedule with the AFC West. Obviously, with the Broncos, won't have to worry about Von Miller this year because of his very unfortunate injury the other day. But Chiefs at 13-3, winning that division, easy right there. And AFC North, I have the Baltimore Ravens at 12-4. Obviously, Lamar Jackson, who won the MVP last year, Mark Andrews, Marquise Hollywood Brown, and just go on and off about their offense and even their defense is going to be really good again this year. Ravens at 12-4. That's going to be a pretty solid season for them. They won the division. In the NFC, in the East, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Yet again at 9-7. They were also gonna lose or win the division because of the lack of the talent in 2 of the teams. Obviously the Cowboys are gonna be the Cowboys. They're gonna go 9-7. Just be average this year. Eagles, I could see winning 9-10 games. Obviously you need Carson Wentz to stay healthy, which has been a problem of his first couple of years in the league, but if he can stay healthy, they have one of the best tight ends in the league in Zach Ertz, one of the best backup tight ends who could easily be a starter for almost any other team in Dallas Goedert. Pretty solid wide receivers. If they can just not drop the ball this year like they did last year, I think they're going to be pretty solid this year. NFC South, I have the New Orleans Saints and not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like a lot of people predict. I think the Saints are going to go 11-5. The Bucs are going to finish one game below that at 10-6. It's going to come down to those 2 games against each other, and I think the Saints are going to sweep them this year. There's something about me. I don't know if all that talent on the Bucs is going to mash together. It's gonna go together really well. Is it gonna just head-on collision there? But yeah, in the North, I have the Green Bay Packers at 11-5. Also, kind of like the Eagles and Texans, are going to win the division because of the lack of the talent in the other teams. Obviously, the Vikings are going to go pretty solid, maybe 7-9, 9-7, 10-6, maybe. Um, but yeah, Packers have Aaron Rodgers. He's going to do that. He's going to be mentoring Jordan Love. Uh, They have Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. That's going to be a pretty solid and lethal offense they have out there in Green Bay. In the NFC West, I have the 49ers at 12-4. They have a bunch of talent on that team. Tevin Coleman, Jimmy Garoppolo, Debo Samuel, Tevin Coleman. Their O-line is still pretty solid. On defense, they have Nick Bosa. Obviously, that's going to be he's going to be a sack machine this year. And yeah, 49ers are really good. They're going to go 12-4. And that's going to end my predictions. And head it on over to Kareem. Kareem, take it away.
All right, so before we get into my predictions, I'm gonna tell you guys a little about myself. So my two favorite sports are the NBA and the NFL. I am a Toronto Raptors fan as well as a Cleveland Browns fan because I'm Canadian and my dad was raised in Cleveland. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. So that's pretty much it about me. There's not much to get really into. So yeah, let's start with my predictions in the AFC West. Just like most people, I have the Chiefs winning. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I actually have trying to go Rookie of the Year, offensive at least. They've got defense. They've pretty much got everything you need on both sides of the ball. They've got Tyreek Hill, of course, McCole Hardman, pretty much everything you'd want in a Super Bowl team, and of course Andy Reid.
That's a
Uh,
pretty fast team with Tyreek Hill and McCole Hardman. Expect them to
mm-hmm.
put a lot of big touchdowns this year,
Oh yeah.
75 plus yard touchdowns.
Oh, of course. So AFC North. Even though I am a Browns fan, I still do have Baltimore taking that division with Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, who's going to have a great mentor in Mark Ingram. They've got Mark Andrews, of course, Lamar's favorite tight end, or pretty much favorite target. Don't forget about Hollywood Brown, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They've got defense, of course. They've always been known for the defense with Judon. Yeah. So let's head over to the AFC South, where I have Deshaun Watson and the Texans winning that division because, of course, just like Andrew said, there's all the other teams lack talent in that division. Um, Deshaun Watson, I know they lost DeAndre Hopkins to a big, big deal with Arizona. But I think Deshaun Watson and the Texans are going to pull off some great things. They're going to play great this year. Excited to see what they can do in week one tonight. Yeah, that's it for my AFC South predictions. Now, my last AFC division, of course, I got Buffalo winning the AFC East. Just again, like the AFC South, I think the whole division besides Buffalo lacks talent. Patriots lost their two best defensive players besides Stephon Gilmore. I'm talking about Patrick Chung and Kyle Van Noy. The Jets just are lacking talent everywhere. But I am excited to see what Sam Darnold can do on the offensive side of the ball. Of course, the Jets lost Jamal Adams to the Seahawks this year in free agency, and well, yeah, one of the best arms in the league, one of the biggest. See, they've got Devin Singletary, who they hope can explode into a great running back, a franchise running back. Hopefully, he's still young. He's got a lot of time to prove himself. Who else have we got? We've got Stephon Diggs, who they recently acquired, and the defensive side of the ball, they've got Tre'Davious White, Ed Oliver Jr. They've got pretty much everything you want. They are a very young team. So now to head over to the NFC, I've got Dallas winning the NFC East, of course. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper. They did lose Byron Jones on the defensive side of the ball, but they still got DeMarcus Lawrence. Pretty much anything you want. They've got great receiver core, of course. And then to go to the NFC North, Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, great mentor for Jordan Love, who they recently picked up in the draft back in April. They've got Jair Alexander on the defensive side of the ball, easily top 10 corner in the league. They've got running backs, Aaron Jones, wide receivers, Devontae Adams. That's really why I have Green Bay winning the NFC North. And just like a lot of people, NFC South, New Orleans. Even though, of course, the Buccaneers got all the hype because Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. Who else did they get? They got who did they get?
Leonard Fournette,
Yeah, Leonard Fournette.
who
They
they
got Leonard
just signed
Fournette.
recently.
Yeah, they just signed him from the Jaguars. Yeah, there's all the talk about Tampa, but I still got New Orleans winning because Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, Cam Jordan. Their defensive side is insane. Alex and I don't know how to pronounce his name, but anyways, what I'm trying to say is New Orleans is winning the NFC South this year. And last for the NFC West, yeah, this could be controversial. I know everyone's saying 49ers, but even though people are saying there's no Super Bowl hangover, I am expecting a little something. So that is why I have Seattle winning the NFC West. I just think Russell Wilson, Chris Carson, DK Metcalf, defensive side of the ball. He recently acquired Jamal Adams. I mean, what else could you want? That does sound like a team that could go very deep in the playoffs. Even maybe a Super Bowl appearance, which I am hoping for. Even though I'm not a Seattle fan, I do want to see Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll do another year of greatness. So that's it for my divisional predictions. Let's hand it off to Dean.
Thank you, Kareem. Hello everyone. My name is Dean. My favorite sports are basketball and football. My favorite sport is basketball, though, out of all of those, and I do like the Raptors and the Browns for the same reasons as Kareem, who is my brother. Hope you guys are having a good day. Sit back while I read off my predictions for the 2020 to 2021 year. First place, we have the Bills. Second place, we do have the Miami Dolphins.
I love to see it. I
I
love to see it.
I know you do. And the reasons for these are the Bills have one of the best defenses in the league. They have Tre'Davious White. They have Josh Allen at quarterback. They have Devin Singletary at running back. And Devin Singletary, I think this is his year. The Dolphins, I think they can pull out a couple of divisional games against the Patriots and the Jets. I think they will win those because, the Patriots have Cam Newton, but, they don't have their dynasty. Next in the AFC West, we have the Chiefs. That's a no-brainer. In the North, we have the Ravens. Browns coming in second, getting into that wild card round. Okay. So now, no one has actually said this team for the AFC South, but I believe the Tennessee Titans win the AFC South. You guys want to comment?
Yeah, but don't forget the Titans lost Logan Ryan. Don't
Can I
forget
just say something here? Can I just say something? When I was going over my predictions, I completely forgot about the Titans. I don't know why I thought they were in the AFC East,
that. Same. I
but I
actually
would
forgot
just
too.
like to change my prediction actually to the Tennessee
There you go.
Titans at 11-5.
I'm staying with the
Obviously, Derrick
Texans.
Henry,
You can
AJ
say the
Brown.
Texans, bro.
He's
Come
gonna
on.
have another really solid year this year. Ryan Tannehill, they're hoping that he can stay
Mm-hmm.
like he did last year.
Yep.
And yeah, my bad, guys. I forgot
Yeah.
about the Titans. Obviously, I shouldn't because Ryan Tannehill, he was one of
Yeah.
my favorite players when he was on the
Yeah.
Dolphins. But yeah,
Hold on,
Tennessee
hold on.
Titans, first
I'm
place
gonna
in the
have
AFC South.
Andrew. I'm gonna have to say I disagree, just because. Yeah, you want him to keep Ryan Tannehill. You want to see him do good, because obviously he was great with Miami in his prime,
Well,
but
that's
he's not in his
debatable.
prime anymore. He's getting older. I don't see him playing with them after this year. I know I'm sounding like a hater, but I just
He
think
just
he's
signed a
They
too
two-year
signed two
old.
contract, and
years.
he's only like 30.
I know. Yeah, I think that's too old to be a
30,
franchise quarterback.
30 is
30 is
where you
not
get in.
old for a.
30 is at like the end of your prime. I
And
think the end of your prime for QB is like 32,
And it's not too
and
old
I
to
that's
be
think
a franchise
he's a bit
quarterback.
old. I do like him a lot as a quarterback. I do think he's really, really good. No doubt,
Yeah,
he
he
is
is.
definitely a great quarterback. But I definitely could see the Titans getting someone in the draft, a really good quarterback, a young, good quarterback in the next draft. Yeah, he signed a 2-year deal, but I
You didn't
think
even
he
know that.
could be a great mentor. Now he's had a lot of experience in the league. He's played with Frank Gore. He's played with many, many, many great players. So I think if the Titans want to go the QB route in the 2021 draft, they'll have a really good mentor, just like the Browns kept getting young quarterbacks, even though the Browns weren't doing good. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick, of course, old guy, great mentor, one of the most experienced players, one of the smartest IQ wise. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's just I wanted to say that, and I've still got the Texans.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that because you don't see Drew Brees going anywhere, and he's,
Yeah,
you know,
but Brady Tannehill isn't Brady.
but I mean, okay, I said Brees, not Brady. Um, Brees and Brady actually are both really good. Anyway, let's just go to the NFC standings. Um, Cowboys win the East. Niners, Seahawks win the West. No, Niners win the West. Packers win the North, and the Saints win the NFC South. Okay, now it is time for my NFL honors and awards. This is who I think is gonna get them.
Yeah, Drew Brees is not Ryan
Why are you
Tannehill.
going back to Drew Brees?
See, it's just like how Tom Brady. He's what 40? Is he 43 now?
Yeah.
42, I believe.
42. They're two very different players. Brady is known as the best quarterback of all time, while Tannehill is a good quarterback. I just Okay, I'll re-say what I said. I can't fine. I'll say he can be a long-term quarterback, but I just don't think the Titans are the best fit for
Mm,
him.
Now, what I'll say is that um, I watched a lot of the Miami games when Tannehill was with us, and he wasn't the greatest quarterback, but he showed glimpses that
Yeah,
he could be a
definitely.
very solid quarterback in this league. And you know, and the problem with him is that we've only seen him with half a season with Tennessee, and that's really short sample size. So I mean, I have faith in my guy Ryan
Yes,
Tannehill, but
sir.
I mean, it could go either way. That's one of the tougher divisions up there with the NFC South
hmm
to predict. So yeah. All right, Dean, why don't you finish your predictions?
Okay, now I am going to be predicting the NFL awards, who they are gonna go out to. Hopefully I'm not gonna sound biased here, because I do have some players from a team. Well, a player from a team that I'm actually going to head over to. We're gonna head this over to Andrew to talk about his, because we just want to go in order. If you guys know what I mean, Andrew, take it over from here.
Now, heading into the awards portion of our predictions, we're going to go MVP, AFC Player of the Year, NFC Player of the Year, AFC Rookie, NFC Rookie of the Year, Super Bowl winner, and the Super Bowl MVP. Those are going to be the awards we give out today. And for me, I think the MVP goes back out to Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. I think he's going to go for 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards this season. Their weapons on that offense is just absolutely incredible. Expect a big year from him. AFC Player of the Year, obviously, it's going to go to Mahomes because he won MVP. NFC Player of the Year is going to be Russell Wilson. They got hopefully a healthy Chris Carson this year because last year he started the year healthy and then I'm pretty sure he got banged up a little bit, missed a couple of weeks. Obviously, they were hoping for Metcalf to just absolutely be insane, be kind of like a Mike Evans. That tall, big, bulky receiver who can win 50-50 balls. Tyler Lockett, who's just a speed demon. Uh, Greg Olson, who they brought in for some veteran presence in that locker room, which I like. Yeah, Russell Wilson for the NFC Player of the Year. AFC Rookie of the Year. This was a toss up between J.K. Dobbins and Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow just doesn't have the weapons around him that J.K. Dobbins can. And when you're facing the Ravens and you have to worry about Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson running, Mark Andrews just bulldozing you to get 4 extra yards a carry. Then you have J.K. Dobbins, who John Harbaugh said that he was going to have a significant role. Not sure what that means, but yeah, J.K. Dobbins is gonna win AFC Rookie of the Year. Joe Burrow just does not have the weapons around him to do that. NFC Rookie of the Year, I have Chase Young from the Washington Football Team. Great name, I love it. Shouldn't change it. But yeah, Chase Young, obviously the second overall pick this year in the draft. Um, he's a really young defensive end, and he's just gonna, I'm expecting six. I'm looking at 6 sacks for him this year. Um, Probably be a top 10 defensive end this year. I'm predicting Super Bowl winner. This is going to be controversial, but I think this is finally Drew Brees' year where he wins it. I have the Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs or the Baltimore Ravens. It just depends on how the season is going and injuries. But if I had to go right now, be the Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints in Super Bowl 55 in Las Vegas, I believe. Obviously, their first season, beautiful stadium. Um, yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I'm, 38, 31, somewhere around there. It's going to be a pretty high scoring game, I believe. And for my Super Bowl MVP, I have Emmanuel Sanders. Yes, not Michael Thomas, not Alvin Kamara, not Drew Brees, but Emmanuel Sanders. I think he's gonna have a pretty solid year this year in the regular season. Playoffs, he's just gonna do. I think they're gonna depend on him a lot because you can't just have that one receiver with Michael Thomas. Well, yeah, he is one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. I think it's gonna have to rely on their depth to really push them this year. So yeah, Emmanuel Sanders, he might catch like a big catch, game winning touchdown, something like that. That's me. Kareem Dean, why don't you go with your awards for this season?
All right, so to start off, my awards I have for the Super Bowl winning, I have the Seattle Seahawks. I think if they do win their division, they have a lot of potential to go all the way, make Super Bowl appearance, and even win it. And if that does happen, I'm gonna have to go with Russell Wilson winning MVP. I just think he deserves it. Him and Pete Carroll, they've done some great things over the past however many years it's been. Yeah, that's my Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. Now for the MVP. I was stuck between Christian McCaffrey and Mahomes, but I am gonna say Mahomes. I am gonna go with the back to back. I just think, or not back to back.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say
forgot. I
Lamar won
forgot.
it
No, he
last year,
didn't
so
though.
his second in 3
No,
years.
yeah. I think
That's still
Mahomes.
really impressive.
I think Mahomes is gonna go MVP for sure. All right, so for my offensive player, oh well, I already said my MVP. For my offensive player of the year, I'm gonna have to go with McCaffrey. For my defensive player of the year, well, I said Daniil Hunter and I said Derwin James, but now I don't know because they're both out for pretty much the season. So I don't really have anything for defensive player of the year just because, they both went on IR in literally 2 days. I'm not sure
Yeah,
how that happened.
I just want to say something about Derwin James. Like, this is
What?
the second straight year that he's been injured. I mean, that's really rough for the Chargers this year.
Plus they
That's a
lost
big
Philip
blow.
Rivers. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Tyrod
He's with
Taylor isn't
the
going to be great,
he's with the Colts.
but he can mentor Justin Herbert because he has been in the league for a while. So expect a
Yeah.
little uh another Mahomes
Hmm.
or
All right, so now for my AFC Rookie of the Year, I have Clyde Hilaire, or I forgot his name, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Clyde
I
Head,
have him
Clyde.
going. I just think he's a great running back. I think he's going to do some great things for Kansas City this year. I think him and Patrick Mahomes are going to be a dynamic duo. Maybe he can join Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes as well. Uh, NFC Rookie of the Year. Now, this one's really tough because I think most people think the no-brainer is Chase Young, just because like all the hype around them. And yeah, I would believe in the hype if I were you. But I'm saying right now, don't forget or don't sleep about Isaiah Simmons. A lot of people are forgetting about Isaiah Simmons when we talk about Chase Young and players on the line. I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on Isaiah Simmons, even though I still do have Chase Young winning NFC Rookie of the Year. And that's my award predictions.
Okay, so for my rookie of the year, we are going to start off with the offensive rookie of the year. This year is going to be it's gonna be between. I think it's got to be Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. You know, there was so much hype around Joe Burrow, but Clyde Edwards-Hilaire has all of the resources around him. He has a good line. Joe Burrow doesn't have that great of a line. So to the defensive rookie of the year, it's gonna be Chase Young, and like Kareem said, it could be Isaiah Simmons. But it is going to be Chase Young. You know, I think he just has a lot more potential to play in this league than Isaiah Simmons. But watch out, because he's gonna be a threat to you guys. And now for the rookie of the year, it's gonna go to Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire is going to win Rookie of the Year with that offensive line he's running is going to be absolutely insane. And we're just gonna go right in to the Super Bowl winners of this year. It is going to be the Super Bowl is going to be the Seahawks versus the Kansas City Chiefs, with the Seahawks pulling out a win. Like Kareem said, Russell Wilson winning Super Bowl MVP. You know, and I'm just gonna go right into the offensive players and defensive players of the year. And my offensive player of the year is going to have to go to the man, the myth, the legend, Patrick Mahomes. But Lamar Jackson is definitely going to be a close second. You never know what can happen with that guy. He has dancing feet, scramble whenever he wants to. He creates open looks. He creates space. What more do you want from a player? Now, defensive player of the year. This is going to cause some controversy. Don't get mad, but I've got to go with Myles Garrett. I'm going to speak a while about this because, people are going to be like, what is he thinking? Myles Garrett? I know. Chill. Myles Garrett is a different type of player. He seems like such a nice guy, yet there's so much fire inside of him. He's a great player. He's a great defensive end for the Cleveland. I think he's going to be their franchise defender. That they're going to keep him. It's coming back this year. The suspension for the year definitely wasn't it. I mean, that was his free hand. Yeah, he it was 3 versus 1. That's all I'm going to say. Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year.
Alright, that about does it. But before we sign off, I just want to say thank you for watching the first ever New Flame Sports podcast. This is going to be weekly, probably not on Thursdays. It's going to be on the weekends. This is just a one-time thing because the NFL season starts tonight. So, yeah, we'll see you next Saturday. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment your predictions for the NFL season. We'll see you next week. We are Andrew, Kareem, and Dean, signing off.